Hello and welcome. Sorry for the absentees over the last month with these lunar updates. Been a little bit distracted with other projects happening, and also I've missed this new moon that occurred at 10:46 this morning if you are in Adelaide. So I thought I'd just make a quick little video about what to expect from this new moon energy. There's a few other astrological occurrences happening, and hopefully I'll be back on board with a little bit of astrological updates as we progress throughout the rest of the year. So the new moon here in Adelaide, as I said, happened at 10:46 this morning. It's new moon in Cancer, and that gives you a welcome break from all the eclipse energy that we've had up to this point. And in fact, it's got potential for birthing and also utilizing that new slate that the eclipses sort of have given us, opening up doors, closing doors, shaking us about, forcing us to progress on the path that our soul is supposed to be heading into. So now it's a good time to set opportunities and also take those first steps along the path, especially when we're looking at what we're wanting to embody from this point onwards. Being Cancer, if it's the crab, it's about compassion, it's about nurturing, and there's also an element of fearless protection and also loyalty, especially for those that are your nearest and dearest. Cancer is a sign that's really connected with the home and the family, not necessarily biological family, but what you perceive to be your family, your kith and kin. If you look at the crab, it's got this very hard exterior that's really good for protection, especially those that it loves, but it's got a very soft, it's interior, so there is a high element of sensitivity, and that is usually coming from the heart center, and it's usually the heart that drives a lot of this Cancerian energy onwards. So it's also about feeling at home. Where is your home? Setting boundaries, being able to embrace the idea or the concept that where we need to be, even if we feel challenged or fearful, what are we going to do to make our home safe? Something to think about. It's also a perfect time to start to see if we can find that state of inner peace and have that radiating out into our world around us. As it's in, so without. As I said, there's a few planetary alignments. There's a T-square with Mars, Saturn and Uranus. So this can inspire action, but it also can lead to a development or an area of frustration if things aren't happening. And it can trigger breaking points. But it's these breaking points that enable us to push through the boundaries of what has been sort of preventing us to move forward. So not everything is negative, but sometimes we just need to be pushed to that breaking point before we actually do something and make that change. So it's asking us, how do we personally connect with that fearless warrior within? There's also Chiron, who is the wounded healer, and he will help us to ease all the wounded pains, but not just for the forgiveness aspect, but through seeing the power that these experiences have given us. So we're not focusing on the hurt and the sadness of the instances that we've gone through. Instead, we're looking at the strength and the wisdom gained from these experiences. As with all new moons, it's a perfect time now to wipe the slate clean, to start afresh, to start seeing things from a new perspective. Chiron encourages us to focus our attention on healing, learning to see that wisdom through experience, and to be guided from that wisdom onward in our lives. So if you haven't done already, if you have a bath, you might want to do a healing bath or a cleansing bath by putting some lavender, chamomile buds, basil, sage, rosemary, eucalyptus, sea salt, rose petals into your water and having a nice long soak. If you don't have a bath, why not get a bowl that's big enough for your feet and add those herbs to that and actually soak your feet. We seem to be on our feet all the time, and we sort of forget just how important our feet are and how sensitive our feet can be. So find a foot bath or a tub of water, soak your feet in it with some lavender, some chamomile buds. It sounds like you're raiding that kitchen or your teas, rosemary, sage, eucalyptus, rose petals, even lemon slices, cloves, sea salt, and just let your feet soak. So that's a little bit about this new moon in Cancer that we've just gone through. So it's a good time to start afresh, find that inner peace, and also start looking new from the wisdom that we've gained from the past. Blessings.